The Wire is AI generated. Just like humans, AI sometimes gets it wrong. Trust but verify the information contained in this podcast.
Welcome to The Wire Technology Edition, the week in real estate presented in digestible bites. Hold on while our AI hosts take us on another ride through this week's top real estate headlines.
Welcome back, tech enthusiasts. Ready for another deep dive? This week, we're uncovering some pretty big moves in the world of real estate tech. From off-market listings making waves to some serious agent tools and even a peek into the future of MLS security. Let's dive in.
Sounds like things are really heating up. It'll be interesting to see how all of this is shaping the industry, that's for sure.
Well, why don't we start with Final Offer? They just acquired Private Collection.
Right.
And now they're saying they've got like $1 billion worth of off-market inventory, which is, well, it's a lot. So what do you think about this, especially with all the back and forth about the National Association of Realtors' clear cooperation policy?
Well, I think it definitely shows that off-market deals are getting more and more popular. And there's definitely tension around that NAR policy. You know, the one that says you have to list a property on the MLS within 1 day if you're marketing it.
Yeah.
Some agents and sellers just want more control over their listings. And that's where platforms like Final Offer and Private Collection come in. But the really interesting thing here is that this move also helps out smaller brokerages.
True. Private Collection really focuses on those smaller brokerages, giving them access to private listing networks. I mean, a lot of them just don't have the resources to build their own.
Exactly. It's like leveling the playing field a little bit.
But what about the buyers? Do you think this could end up being unfair to them? Like missing out on their dream home just because it wasn't publicly listed?
Yeah, that's a good point. Transparency is super important for a fair market. And some people say these private networks go against that. It's a debate that's probably going to keep going as these platforms get bigger.
For sure. But think about the data. All the data coming from those private network transactions.
Oh, absolutely. That data could be really valuable, giving sellers insights they wouldn't normally get.
Okay, so let's switch gears for a second. Inside Real Estate just launched this thing called the Vitals Performance Dashboard, and it's all about helping agents track all their performance stuff in one place.
Yeah, no more juggling a million different tools. I bet a lot of agents are happy about that.
Totally.
I mean, think about it. Data overload is a real problem for agents. They're trying to figure out what actually works, what gets them results. Vitals gives them a clear picture, daily stats, long-term trends, even comparisons to the year before. It's all right there.
So they can see what they need to improve and what they're doing well.
Exactly. And what's cool? It's not just for agents. Brokers can use it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to see who their top performers are, who might need some extra help or coaching. They even have leaderboards, a little bit of gamification to encourage some healthy competition.
I love that. It's like a whole team management tool. Okay, so speaking of helping agents succeed, the Residential Real Estate Council, RRC, just partnered with Roomvu, and they're a marketing platform.
Oh, yeah. And now RRC members get free access to Roomvu's premium tools. Plus, there are special deals for brand new agents.
That's fantastic. And I was reading that Roomvu's CEO really sees this as empowering real estate professionals, giving them the tools to compete in this crazy market.
Definitely. This could be a huge boost for RRC members.
Okay, now let's talk about Stellar MLS.
Okay.
They teamed up with Centris to give their Stellar Central Dashboard a makeover.
Yeah, they focused on making it more convenient and more secure.
Which makes sense with all the data breaches happening these days, right?
Great. Now, agents can see listings right on the homepage, and it's got this multi-factor authentication thing for extra security.
So everything's in one place, and it's safer than ever.
It's a big step in the right direction for an industry that really needs to protect its data.
For sure. Now, on the security front, there's this company called Lundy. They've created an AI chatbot called Navigator, and it's specifically designed for MLSs and associations.
Oh, that's cool. So what does it do?
Well, it gives agents instant answers to their questions. It basically taps into the organization's knowledge base.
So it's like having a 247 assistant who knows everything about your MLS or association.
Right. And a bunch of organizations, including First MLS and RealComp MLS, they've already started using Navigator.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying it's made a huge difference in terms of efficiency and access to information.
It makes you wonder what else they'll use AI for in the future.
No kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's move on to RentSpree. They're a rental software provider, and they've hit a pretty big milestone. 3 million users.
3 million. Wow. What's fueling that kind of growth, do you think?
Well, I think it shows how much demand there is for rental solutions that are tech-driven and streamlined. They make the whole process, from applying and screening to signing leases and paying rent, so much easier for everyone.
Yeah.
Agents, landlords, and renters.
So they've really simplified things. Makes sense why they're so popular.
And get this, they just partnered with their 7th MLS in Texas, Central Texas MLS.
Oh, wow.
That means almost 100,000 agents now have access to their services.
That's huge.
And they're not stopping there. They've got partnerships with over 300 top MLSs, associations, and brokerages all across the country.
So they're not just about rentals, right?
Right. They're innovating with stuff like Homebuyer Insights, which helps agents find renters who might be ready to buy a home.
Ooh, smart move.
And speaking of smart moves, they've also got this huge syndication partnership with Realtor.com, which means millions of people will see their listings.
Yeah, they're not messing around. Okay, what else do we have?
Okay, let's talk about a company called IDC Global. They're going through a rebranding.
A rebranding. What are they changing their name to?
Burrow.
Burrow. It's kind of fitting, right?
Yeah, they offer this all-in-one real estate software platform.
Right, with the CRM and the lead generation stuff and all that.
Exactly. And now they've got this consumer-facing home search app, too. So it's like they're building this whole real estate ecosystem.
It's a pretty comprehensive approach, I have to say.
Yeah, and it seems to be working for them. Now, the NAR's Innovation Opportunity Investment Program, or IOI, is changing things up, too. They're moving away from their annual event.
Really? I always thought that was a big deal for them.
It was. But now they're going for a more continuous engagement platform. It makes sense when you think about how fast the real estate tech landscape changes, right?
Yeah, it's constantly evolving.
Exactly. So they're creating this year-round hub for innovation and collaboration. They'll have meetups, webinars, a blog, and even programs like Pitch Battle and Innovator of the Year awards.
It's like they're keeping the energy going all year long.
Exactly. And speaking of energy, the San Francisco Association of Realtors, SFAR, is partnering with RestB.ai to bring AI-powered image recognition to their MLS platforms.
That's going to save agents so much time.
Oh, totally. They'll be able to automatically extract property details from images, like the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, even stuff like fireplaces.
No more manually inputting all that information.
Nope. It'll make listings more accurate and consistent, too. It's a win for everyone.
Wow, AI really is changing everything.
It really is. Okay, ready to dive into the world of smart home tech?
Oh, absolutely. That's always fascinating.
The NAR just highlighted 25 amazing innovations, and there's a lot to unpack. What are you seeing as some of the key themes here?
Well, I think one of the biggest themes is convenience, efficiency, and sustainability, all coming together. Lots of these new products are all about making our lives easier, saving time and energy, and being better for the environment. Like, take the Anchor Everfrost 2 electric cooler, for example. No more messing around with ice.
Right. And the UC 3-in-1 E20 vacuum. It cleans your floors and purifies the air. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Exactly. And then you've got stuff like the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro X JBL, which is both a stylish lamp and a high-quality speaker. It's all about making technology blend in seamlessly with our homes and our lives.
I love that. And it's not all about convenience and style. Security is a big focus, too. The Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi camera gives you a 180-degree panoramic view, so there are no blind spots.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And the Lockley Vision Prestige Smart Lock uses 3D facial recognition. You can unlock your door with your face.
It's like something out of a movie.
Mhm.
But what do you think about that from a security standpoint?
Well, it's definitely convenient and super futuristic, but I think it's always important to think about the risks of any new technology, you know? I mean, biometric authentication is supposed to be more secure than keys or codes, but any system can be hacked.
That's a really good point. Okay, so how do we manage all these smart home gadgets?
Well, that's where the Aquara Panel Hub S1 Plus comes in. It's like the brain of your smart home, connecting all your devices and letting you control them from one place. As our homes get smarter and more connected, that kind of centralized control is going to be essential.
For sure. But for those of us who like to keep things simple, there's the Flick Duo Smart button.
A smart button.
Yeah, it's this tiny little programmable button that you can use to control all sorts of smart home devices with just a press.
Oh, I like that. Simple and effective.
Okay, I have to admit, I have a weakness for robots.
Oh, tell me more.
The Roborock Sorrow series. It's this robotic vacuum and mop that's powered by AI. It even has an arm that can move stuff out of the way.
No way. That's amazing.
Right. It's like having your own little cleaning crew.
Okay, that one is definitely going on my wish list. Speaking of cool tech, GE Lighting is releasing these enhanced reveal LED bulbs.
Oh, yeah, I heard about those. Aren't they supposed to be even more vibrant?
Yep. And they give you this really balanced lighting. They use a special phosphor blend to bring out the true colors and textures in your home.
It's amazing how much lighting can change the whole feel of a space. And then you've got the LAFX Lunalamp with all its dynamic color options and lighting effects. You can control it all through an app.
That's cool. It's like a mood ring for your home.
Okay, let's talk energy efficiency for a minute. The ecobee Smart Thermostat Essential. It's affordable, and it's got all these smart climate control features.
It's a great example of how you don't have to spend a fortune to make your home more sustainable. It learns your preferences and adjusts the temperature automatically so you're comfortable and saving energy.
Perfect. And speaking of smart technology, there's the Swan doorbell camera. It's not just a doorbell camera, though. It's got HD video, two-way audio, and it uses AI-powered voice assistant technology to handle visitors and give them personalized responses.
It's like having a virtual doorman.
Right. Now, in case of a power outage, there's the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 portable power station. It's got a whopping 4,000 W of output and can store up to 48 kilowatts of energy.
That's enough to power a whole house for hours.
Right. It's incredible how far portable power solutions have come. And for extra safety, there are the KitX Ring smart smoke alarms. They send real-time alerts to your Ring app, and they're professionally monitored by KID.
So you get instant notifications and peace of mind.
Exactly. Then there's the Ultra Q Bolt Mission Smart Lock. It uses ultra-wideband technology so you can unlock your door just by walking up to it.
Hands-free unlocking. That's so cool.
I know, right? It's like magic. And for a touch of luxury, there are the Savant Prozio shades. You can control them with an app or your voice, and they adjust the amount of light and privacy in your home.
I can definitely see those being popular, and they look amazing, too.
Oh, yeah, they're super stylish.
Oh, okay. What else have we got?
Well, for all the lawn care enthusiasts out there, there's the Memotion Luba AWD 5000 robotic mower. This thing can handle hills, uneven terrain, and it charges itself using solar power.
So you can have a perfectly manicured lawn without lifting a finger. Sign me up.
I know, right? And for those who manage multiple properties, there's the Third Realty keyboard with Matter buttons. You can control lighting, security, and HVAC systems in multiple units from one central location.
That's going to make property managers so happy.
Totally. Now, indoor air quality is something we're all thinking about these days. The SwitchBot air purifier has this advanced filtration system that captures almost all airborne particles.
And it's modular. You can add things like humidification and scent diffusion. Super customizable.
That's so cool. And speaking of customizable, Yarbo has created this modular robotic system with attachments for snow clearing, lawn mowing, and leaf blowing. It's like a Swiss Army knife for outdoor maintenance.
I love that. It's a solution for all seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who want the convenience and energy efficiency of smart shades, the Lutron Casita smart shades integrate with all the major smart home platforms. You can control them with an app or a voice assistant.
Perfect. And they look fantastic, too. Okay, last but not least, we have the remarkable Paper Pro. It's this digital notepad that feels like real paper.
Ooh, I've heard of those. They're supposed to be amazing for taking notes and sketching.
They are.
Yeah.
And the new Pro version has millions of color ink particles, so the colors are even more vibrant and realistic. It's incredible how technology can mimic the feeling of real paper. But before we get too deep into that, maybe we should take a break and come back to explore some of these innovations in more detail.
I agree. That was a lot of information. We definitely need some time to digest it all. It really is. It feels like we're constantly pushing the limits of what's possible with technology.
Seriously, it's like we're living in a sci-fi movie. But hey, let's jump back into those smart home innovations from the NAR. Remember that AirThings Renew.
The air quality monitor.
Yeah, the one that connects to your HVAC system.
Oh, yeah. And it gives you personalized suggestions for a healthier indoor environment. That's pretty neat.
Right. Especially these days when everyone's thinking about air quality. I bet that's a big selling point for buyers who are health conscious.
Totally. It shows how homes are becoming more than just smart. They're becoming healthier, too, more focused on well-being.
And then there's the Honeywell X2S Smart Thermostat. It uses AI to learn your preferences and automatically adjust the temperature.
So you're always comfortable and saving energy at the same time. It's like having your own personal climate control expert.
Exactly. And speaking of anticipating needs, the Swan doorbell camera uses AI to handle visitors and give them personalized responses. It's like having a virtual butler who greets your guests and keeps an eye on things.
Pretty cool.
Totally. But it makes me wonder, as these systems get smarter and smarter, are we going to start relying on AI even more for home security?
That's a good question. It's definitely possible. AI is getting so advanced, learning and adapting all the time. It could totally play a bigger role in security, maybe even replacing some of the traditional systems we use now.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Our homes being protected by these intelligent systems that can react instantly to threats.
I know, right? Sounds like something straight out of a movie.
Speaking of the future, remember that EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 portable power station we talked about? That thing is a game changer for anyone worried about power outages.
With 4,000 doubleur of output and storage up to 48 kilowatters, yeah, that's serious power.
It can power a whole house for hours. It's amazing how much portable power solutions have advanced.
Totally. It gives you peace of mind knowing you have a reliable backup if the grid goes down or if there's a natural disaster.
Absolutely. And then for people who want even more safety, there are the Kidix Ring smart smoke alarms. They send alerts right to your Ring app, plus they're professionally monitored by Kid.
So you get that extra layer of protection and peace of mind.
Exactly. And speaking of seamless integration, the Ultra ReloQ Bolt Mission Smart Lock uses ultra-wideband technology so you can unlock your door hands-free.
Just walk up to it and it unlocks. That's awesome.
I know, right? It's like magic. And then for a touch of luxury and convenience, there are the Savant Procio shades. They can adjust the light and privacy in your home, all controlled by an app or your voice.
Those are beautiful too, combining style and function perfectly.
Yeah, they really elevate the look of a home. And speaking of style and function, there's the Ulticam IQ floodlight camera. It's got amazing outdoor security features, but in a really sleek design.
I love that they're making security cameras more aesthetically pleasing. You don't have to sacrifice style for safety anymore.
Exactly. And let's not forget about our lawn care enthusiasts. The Mammotion Luba AWD 5000 robotic mower can handle slopes, uneven terrain, and even charges itself using solar power.
So it basically takes care of itself. That's every homeowner's dream.
I know, right? And for property managers, there's the Third Realty keyboard with Matter buttons. They can control lighting, security, and HVAC in multiple units, all from one central location.
That's amazing. Talk about efficiency.
Right. And speaking of things we're all thinking about, the SwitchBot air purifier has this advanced filtration that gets rid of almost all those nasty airborne particles.
Then you can add on features too, right? Like a humidifier or even scent diffusion.
Exactly. It's super customizable. And speaking of customizable, Yarbo has come out with this modular robotic system. It's got attachments for snow clearing, lawn mowing, and leaf blowing. It's like the ultimate outdoor maintenance tool.
That's so smart. One system for everything.
And for those who love smart shades, the Lutron Caseta smart shades integrate with all the major smart home platforms. You can control them with an app or your voice, and they can even help you save energy.
It's amazing how much more efficient and convenient our homes are becoming.
I know. And finally, there's the remarkable Paper Pro. It's this digital notepad that feels like real paper.
Oh, yeah, I've been wanting to try one of those. They say it's incredible for taking notes and sketching.
The new version has millions of color ink particles, so it looks even more realistic. It's mind-blowing how technology can replicate the feeling of real paper. But maybe we should take a step back for a moment and think about the bigger picture.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy to get caught up in all these cool new gadgets.
It really is.
But it's important to remember that technology is just a tool. And it's up to us to use it wisely, for good and not for bad.
That's such a crucial point. We need to be responsible with technology, especially as it gets more and more powerful. It should enhance our lives, not control them.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right balance.
Speaking of balance, let's shift gears and talk about the NAR's clear cooperation policy and the rise of private listing networks. There's a lot of debate about this, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a complex issue. On the one hand, you have transparency, which is super important for a fair and efficient market. Everyone should have access to the same information, right?
Exactly. And that's the idea behind the clear cooperation policy, making sure listings are shared on the MLS so they're not hidden from the public.
Right. But then you have sellers and agents who want more control over their listings, and they feel like private listing networks give them that.
It's like a tug of war between transparency and control. So how do we find a solution that works for everyone?
That's the big question, isn't it? I think the NAR, the MLSs, the brokerages, and the agents all need to come together and talk it out. Maybe a hybrid model would work, where a property can be off market for a short period before going on the MLS.
That's a really interesting idea. We need to find a solution that benefits buyers and sellers while keeping things fair and transparent.
Absolutely. The real estate industry is changing so fast, but we need to make sure those changes are positive for everyone.
Well said. Now, before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier, the human element of real estate.
Yes, that's so important. At the end of the day, it's all about people.
Exactly. We can't forget that. Technology is great. It's a powerful tool, but it can't replace human connection and empathy.
Absolutely. It's our job as real estate professionals to use technology wisely and ethically to serve our clients.
We need to remember that behind every transaction, there are real people with real hopes and dreams. And it's our responsibility to guide them through the process with care and understanding.
Beautifully said. It's about finding that perfect balance between technology and that genuine human connection.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from new agent tools and MLS innovations to the amazing world of smart home tech.
It's been a whirlwind tour of the ever-evolving landscape of real estate technology, and honestly, I can't wait to see what comes next.
Me too. But for now, let's take a moment to let all this information sink in.
I agree. It's been a lot to process, but it's all so exciting.
And with that, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of real estate tech. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.
And remember, the future of real estate is in our hands. Let's shape it wisely.
It's amazing, right? To think how much the real estate industry has changed in just a few years.
I know, it really is. Like, we've stepped into this whole new world where technology is not just a tool, it's like the driving force, changing how we buy, sell, live in homes, everything.
And it's not slowing down. All the innovations we talked about, it just shows you how fast things are moving.
Totally. And it's all blending together.
Yeah.
Sustainability, energy efficiency, health, wellness, security, convenience.
It's like they're all merging to create this whole new living experience.
Right. Like a more complete, integrated way of living.
And it's not just about having cool gadgets. It's about how tech can make our lives better. Homes that adapt to our needs, that connect us to the world in new ways.
Exactly. We're moving towards homes that are like intelligent ecosystems. They anticipate what we need, take care of things for us.
Imagine a house that changes the lighting, temperature, even the music to match your mood. Or one that keeps track of your health and warns you if something's wrong.
It'd be like having a personal assistant, a health coach, and a security guard, all in one.
That's a great way to put it.
And this is just the beginning. With AI and machine learning getting smarter all the time, who knows what smart homes will be able to do in the future?
It's pretty mind-blowing to think about. But for now, let's focus on what this means for real estate professionals.
You got it.
What's the biggest takeaway for agents?
I think it's this. We can't be afraid of change. We have to stay informed, learn about new technologies, and figure out how to use them to help our clients.
It's not about being replaced by technology. It's about using it to be better agents, better advisors.
We need to speak the language of tech, understand the trends, and be able to explain to our clients how these innovations will actually benefit them.
Imagine walking a client through a smart home and showing them how all those integrated systems can save them money, make them more comfortable, even improve their health.
It's a whole new way of selling a home.
It is. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a challenge.
Ooh, a challenge. I like it. What is it?
Embrace the future of real estate tech. Be enthusiastic, be curious, and never stop learning.
That's how we'll thrive in this industry, not just survive.
Exactly. So let's go out there, explore these new innovations, and use our knowledge to guide our clients to a smarter, more connected way of living.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
That's the spirit. And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the exciting world of real estate technology.
If you're interested in your own personalized edition of The Wire, please visit us at thewire.fm/custom. We offer market-specific podcasts with all the latest real estate news and market analysis delivered to you weekly or monthly. Own your market with a personalized edition of The Wire, the week in real estate. Thank you for listening.